the Madman! Welcome to more Fractured and Alterac Valley card reveal reviews. And we begin with a very special mercenary turned hero. It's Kurtrus Demon Render. 6 mana, Battlecry, summon 2, 1/4 demons with rush. Improved by hero attacks this turn. The hero power turns into 1 mana plus 2 attack this turn. After a friendly minion attacks, refresh this. So this actually has the chance to be the card that makes Token Demon Hunter good. Token Demon Hunter gets a potential combo finish. If you have Kurtrus already out, and then you play Felfire Deadeye, reducing your hero power cost by 1, and then you play Expendable Performers, you could use 6 Expendable Performers to attack, and then get 6 more, and then use those 6 more to attack. With 12 attacks, that means that you could deal 26 damage with Ashfallen Sphere. Use it first time for free, refresh it 12 times, deal another 24 damage. Very spicy way to finish an opponent. It does require your opponent to have at least 12 health worth of minions on the board though. The way that the improvement works, and this is rewarding players who attack with their hero as well, is each time you attack with your hero, the attack of the demon summoned with rush will gain +1 that turn. So if you've attacked 3 times before you've played Kurtrus, you'll summon 2 4/4 demons with rush, which will revert to 1/4 demons with rush the following turn. Worth the value as long as you just attack 3 times with it. 2 4/4 demons with rush, +5 armor, totally worth 6 mana. And the hero power is a strict upgrade. With this card, and the other 2 cards I'm about to talk about, I think Token Demon Hunter has some serious potential as a brand new, shiny new deck. Look at this, we got Battleworn Vanguard. 2 mana 2/2 after a hero attack, summon 2 1/1 Fellwings. This is a card that combos so well with Kurtrus. It's 3 minions, it rewards you having attacked with your hero, and this entire token plus attacking idea synergizes with Urzul Giant, which costs 1 less for each friendly minion that died this game. You do obviously have to use your hero power to attack, or perhaps already have a weapon equipped, but that's good value. And if your opponent somehow doesn't deal with Battleworn Vanguard, you're getting 2 more 1/1, so it's a must deal with. Now if you thought that was good, what about Flanking Maneuver? 4 mana, summon a 4/2 demon with rush. If it dies this turn, summon another. 2 potential minion deaths on your side in 1 card. Potentially 4 mana to deal 8 damage to a minion, or potentially 4 damage to 2 minions. It's better than Restless Mummy. It's 4 attack instead of 3. And there's actually 8/8s to deal with the giants running around. You got Handlock, but you also have other giants, just miscellaneous giants that you might expect to face, including your own Urzul Giant. Looks good. Warlock gets Felfire in the Hole. 5 mana, draw a spell and deal 2 damage to all enemies. If it's a Fel spell, deal 1 more. You will not be building a Warlock deck with only Fel spells in it. So, it's basically 5 mana to draw a spell and deal 2 damage to all enemies. And, maybe sometimes you have, you hit the occasional Fel spell and then you deal 3 instead. But yeah, the mana cost makes sense. It is Consecration plus draw a card. Adding draw a card only added 1 mana to it, and you have a bonus on top of the Consecration. That's not bad, but I'm not entirely sure that Warlock is trying to put in cards that deal small amounts of damage to all enemies for a medium to high amount of mana. Seems like not really what they're looking for right now. Fun fact, Dreadlich Tamsin's cards, the Fel Rifts, are all Fel spells. Please don't get any terrible ideas of putting Felfire in the hole in your deck though. For Druids, they get Clawfury Adept, 2 mana 2/3. Battlecry, give all other friendly characters +1 attack this turn. Also, Clawfury Adept is a beast. This is a very neat, tidy package. Got your 2 mana 2/3 stat line. It's a beast, so could see play in that new beast deck. Beasts are minions, so you're gonna have a lot of minions in your deck. Those minions tend to have summoning small wolves with stealth, so they'll stay on the board, and then you can play your Clawfury Adept to give them all +1 attack, including yourself. You are a character, by the way. It's nice. It's really statted at a very high level. You got Pathmaker, 3 mana, 3/4, Battlecry. Cast the other choice from the last choose one spell you've cast. This is one of those cards that will take your memory from a card played from a while ago, potentially. You could choose a result like 5 turns ago, and then Pathmaker will give you the other choice a full 5 turns later. I mean, this is a 3 mana, 3/4, and the Battlecry is kind of like getting another card effect for 0 mana, so theoretically it's strong value, but in terms of all the choose one cards when sifting through those, Nourish is the standout one, where you could gain 2 mana crystals the first time you cast Nourish, and then the second time you just draw 3 cards, in which case it's a 3 mana, 3/4, draw 3. It's pretty sweet. Hard to find really any other spot that you would want to Pathmaker though. But hey, as long as you can name one scenario where it's really good, it's worth considering. Over in Hunterland, joining the mighty Wing Commander Ickman are 2 more cards that you're going to want to see in the late game. Mountain Bear, 7 mana, 5/6 beast, taunt, death rattle, summon 2 2/4 cubs with taunt. It's 9/14 worth of stats, and they all have taunt. For your control hunter deck, we'll see if that ever pans out. There's some synergy with Mountain Bear printed this set. You can revive the Mountain Bear. That would be very good value. You can Wing Commander Ickman, your Mountain Bear. It's all coming together now, Ickman. But perhaps more excitingly, you have a very solid card in Beaststalker Tavish. 6 mana, Battlecry, discover, and cast 2 improved secrets. The 2 improved secrets will take any of these secrets in standard and then basically double the effect. Other than Explosive Trap, which only deals 3 damage to enemies that attack you, your face. Freezing Trap makes them cost 4 more. Snake Trap summons 3 2/2s. Improved Pack Tactics summons 2 3/3s. Open the Cages summons 2 Animal Companions. And Improved Ice Trap makes your opponent spellcast return to their hand for 2. Wait, Ice Trap! Ice Trap! New card leaked! We'll go on a quick side tangent, talk about Tavish a little bit later. It's Ice Trap! We haven't seen the actual card yet, but based on Improved Ice Trap, this text, I think we can guess that Ice Trap is going to be the secret revealed, and it's going to read 2 mana. When your opponent casts a spell, return it to their hand. Instead, it costs 1 more. I feel on seeing this Ice Trap is a nice thing to perhaps discover, but I think putting it in your deck is a little bit too slow. What if your opponent is playing an aggro deck and not really running spells? What if your opponent just, leads off with cheap spells? But again, many people said the same thing about Freezing Trap. It doesn't even kill the enemy, it just returns them to the hand. They can use it again. So, Ice Trap is very similar. But yeah, Beaststalker Tavish can get Improved Ice Trap, which I imagine would be one of the good secrets to discover and put into play. And the hero power on Beaststalker Tavish becomes Summon Pet, where you just pay 3 mana and summon an Animal Companion, which is either a Huffer, Leok, or Misha randomly. It's a card for your later game hunters. In your usual face hunter deck, Beaststalker Tavish won't carry the late game by itself. Ditto even a mid-range or tempo deck. Tavish will be able to slide in a few good pet summons. An Animal Companion each turn is a pretty good deal. And the 2 secrets, that is value. Theoretically, the 2 improved secrets, considering you're getting them into play, that's worth like almost 5 mana by itself. It's competitively costed, just a question of whether or not a value or a control hunter deck is going to be remotely viable. I'm not really seeing it. Perhaps the other thing that Beaststalker Tavish is good for is revealing Ice Trap, though. And the Ice Trap is making me feel not very good about the Hunter, this particular expansion, because we don't have the secret stuff to make the secret part of the Hunter deck work, I think. And I don't believe that a value Hunter deck is going to work. And I really don't believe in this Ickman Mountain Bear synergy. For Mage, you wanted to see another big spell to go with all this big spell stuff. And we've got it. It's Mass Polymorph. Unfortunately. 7 mana, transform all minions into 1/1 sheep. I think the big spell that we're looking for is a proactively good big spell card. Mass Polymorph is a reactive card, which is just not quite the same thing, because when you cast your Ice Blood Tower, you want to have proactive spells be cast from your deck. 7 mana to not even remove the board, but to just turn them all into sheep. It has its pros and cons. It's especially good against Death Rattle, but that's really specific. Mage also gets Amplified Snowflurry, 2 mana, 2/3 elemental. Battlecry, your next hero power costs 0 and freezes the target. A nice kind of stall card. If you're a control mage, or just some sort of combo mage looking to get into the later game, it looks like Amplified Snowflurry will snow the game down for you. Now, the thing is, this does deal with minions, and it is a stall card, which isn't particularly good against, let's say, OTK decks out there, or other control decks. Good card against aggro, not great card if the meta turns out to be more combo-oriented, where the freezing the target doesn't really matter. Small hero power synergy as well, because, you know, making your hero power cost 0 could be good on those turns where you power up your hero power, such as with Magister Dawngrasp. When you played this on 8, you could actually use your 0 mana hero power immediately. I'm still not really seeing this Magister Dawngrasp thing working out though. Well, you look at that, Paladin's got a big dragon. Brasswing, 8 mana, 9/7. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to all enemies. Honorable kill, restore 4 health to your hero. That means the dream is your opponent's got 7 minions on the board, all with 2 health. Your opponent is at 2 itself. And then you play Brasswing. You kill all 8 of those targets, and then you restore 32 health to your hero. It does work that way. Now, I think the likelihood that you're going to deal exactly 2 damage to kill enemy minions is pretty unlikely, but this guy does stay on the board, and similar to Barongeddon, repeated effect, doesn't hurt yourself. You might be able to get multiple honorable kills off of the multiple deal 2 damage to all enemies. Yeah, 8 mana is really hard to get to in this meta, and even with a slower deck with Lightforged Carriel and maybe some hand buffing, I don't really see Brasswing fitting in there. This fits a control deck, but I mean, it's a control type card, but I think it's too slow even for control. Priest gets Spirit Guide, 5 mana, 5/5 with Taunt, Death Rattle, draw a Holy Spell and a Shadow Spell. We've seen some synergy with the Death Rattle stuff, with the reveal of Xyrella, and you've got your previous expansion mini set summoning Death Rattles again. So yeah, Spirit Guide, that's a 5 mana, 5/5, potentially draw 2. You have plenty of holy spells that you want from your deck, including but not limited to Renew and Condemn, and plenty of shadow spells in your deck that you'd like as well. Far more than the holy spells. So a lot of good targets. Essentially a 5 mana, 5/5 taunt draw 2, which is very good value, and got that Death Rattle tag along with it. So a good Death Rattle card. Great card if the meta turns out to be more value or control oriented. And even against a bunch of aggro, you know, it's a 5 mana, 5/5 taunt. Deliverance, 3 mana, holy spell, deal 3 damage to a minion. Honorable kill, summon a new 3/3 copy of it. This card is really good if you can get the honorable kill on it, because 3 mana to deal 3 and get a 3/3. You could get some pretty insane card, like maybe it has a Death Rattle or something. But the question is, how likely are you going to be to deal exactly 3 damage? And I'm feeling like as Priest, it should be pretty difficult to deal small amounts of damage to cause the opponent to have exactly a 3 health minion. So I don't really see Deliverance delivering. Oh, Mountain Bear, are you crying? Don't worry, Mountain Bear, you'll see play. With Rogue's Reconnaissance card, 2 mana, discover a Death Rattle minion from another class. It costs 2 less. I actually think this is a very good rogue card, and gives me a bit more confidence that a Death Rattle themed rogue deck might just work. Death Rattle minions from other classes tend to be fairly good. Yeah, you bank the 2 mana, you get their minion, you play it. Perhaps you play it alongside your Forsaken Lieutenant. Maybe your Forsaken Lieutenant becomes the Hunter Bear, and then for 2 mana you get a 2/2 Mountain Bear with Rush, and then you summon 2/2/4 Cubs with Taunt. Nice. And, you know, in terms of Valley Rogue rarely works out, but Death Rattle Rogue is similar to Valley Rogue, and Death Rattle Rogue has worked out from time to time with the right cards, such as Reconnaissance and Forsaken Lieutenant. I'm starting to see the pieces come together. Coldtooth Yeti, 3 mana 1/5 combo, gain +3 attack. Originally this looked pretty boring, you know, just a 1 mana discount on Chillwind Yeti. 3 mana 4/5 if you got your combo. There are some pretty good starts you can get off with this though, such as something as simple as coin Coldtooth Yeti. You get that half of the time when you have the coin. Turn 2, you get the 4/5. You could also on turn 3, or even on turn 2, play your Foxy Fraud, and then play your coin, and then combo out the +3 attack for 1 mana. So you get 7/7 worth of stats on turn 2. That's very tempo. Warrior gets Scrapsmith, 3 mana 2/4 taunt, battlecry, add 2 2/4 grunts with taunt to your hand. While that is excellent value, slow value like this, I find, has not traditionally worked out. And in this particular meta, I find it exceedingly unlikely that slow value such as this will work out. It's 3 mana to put out 2 attack worth of stuff, which doesn't really contest the combo decks out there, doesn't threaten them enough, and you're just getting cards that you'll not want to play put into your hand. Since it's been a while, I will remind you that there is actually a outstanding taunt theme in Warrior. You got the bulk up, you got the Field of Strength. Is this the time of Taunt Warrior? No, it's not. Hand buff Taunt Warrior is too slow. And to round out the neutral cards, we got a Sneaky Scout, 2 mana 3/2 Stealth, Honorable Kill, your next hero power cost 0. You know, it's nice, but you would just run Sneaky Delinquent if you wanted to run this type of card. Corporal, 2 mana 2/3, Honorable Kill, give your other minions Divine Shield. Might be a bit too difficult to actually pull this one off, and, you know, without getting the card text triggered, it is just a 2 mana 2/3. So, meh on both. So, we've seen a lot of what Fractured and Alterac Valley is going to offer, and the big card reveal is coming up tomorrow. So we got just under half of this set to review the entirety of tomorrow. Will we see it all come together? Stay tuned.